The riders like this track. It's long. I think this is the best one of the year. Let's take a look at our starting grid. Reed and Wyndham in there. Also, James Stewart, you see him with the ladder gate pick. That's because he wasn't in most of the series, because he's won 2 of the last 4 races.
Well, we don't have to wait for the possible fireworks, if there are any, after our start last time. And this is how they're going to transfer. In the heats, 4 will transfer. In the semis, 5 will transfer. And then 2 from the LCQ.
But who's going to get the whole shot? It looks like Kyle Lewis on the outside, but another punt by Bubba. James Stewart into the lead. And there was no contact. I didn't mean that literally punched him off.
Yeah, but now it's Chad Reed, the double 2, and James Stewart in the mix. Right there, let's see.
And Chad knew that Bubba was on the outside. No contact there, so maybe they put it behind themselves. Let's find out. You see the different ways of running the track. Bubba goes to the inside, sets him up, not able to get the pass there. This is really, honestly, the Dirtworks crew and Clear Channel did a great job with this track. There are so many different lines to take, Cameron.
And so many people were saying, oh, James Stewart's going to be the fastest on this track. Chad Reed was the fastest rider in practice, waiting for him to come into your screen, and you can see it's close. Let's watch him give the whoops off the Dragon's back.
Oh.
James, inside, but hey, he leaves space. He left space for Chad.
If he wouldn't have done what he did last week, I would not guess that he would have done that. That is how fast James Stewart is right there. He still squared it up and went underneath. This is what we've been waiting for, Cameron. And don't count out Kevin Wyndham back in third. This is close to his hometown track as he's going to find in the Supercross season.
In fact, it's Kevin Wyndham second place at our last round. Let's see if he can capture that speed, find that speed again to get in the mix. One person that really wants him to have that speed is Chad Reed. Chad wants Kevin to get in between him and Ricky, along with James. That would give him some hope for a championship.
49.97 was James Stewart's fastest lap in practice. He just turned a 49.05. He almost beat it by a full second, Cameron.
So James Stewart, a man possessed after winning the last round. And, you know, a lot of people are saying we are witnessing the changing of the guard in Supercross. They're saying this is the man that's going to be the future. He's taking out guys that are in their prime right now. Chad Reed is not giving up here, however. He's not ready to pass the torch along.
I want to go ahead and call myself out on this one. It was Bubba with a 50.3 seconds. So you had it right earlier. It was Reed and Carmichael that dipped into the 49s, but Bubba's almost dipping into the 48s. I mean, another chance that he's going to be a 48 second.
Well, one thing to really remember for those of you at home, they have groomed the track before they started racing. So a lot of those practice times were on a track that had been beat down, especially in the final practice. Now it's fresh. We'll see some faster times, but as the night progresses, we will see it break down a bit. We'll see it get loose in the whoops. We'll see more tires dropping in the front because a lot of riders saying they're having a hard time with traction there, and some of the obstacles will get tougher.
It's an 8-lap 250cc heat race. The top 4 move on to the final. Stewart, Reed, Wyndham, and Timmy Ferry, the Floridian, in 4th spot. Sebastian Tortelli on the outside looking in 5th.
And Tim Ferry having a little bit of carburation problems today, and he went to clean out his motorcycle while he was riding back to the pits, and he didn't get it into neutral and knocked his mechanic off the back. Everybody's all right.
Not good.
Yeah, but his mechanic, Steve Mathis, wasn't all excited about it.
All right, James is fast. He's out in front, but I think Reed is every bit as fast, and right now he's trying to identify the lines that Bubba is taking, and we'll have to see if he's able to turn it up. I don't know if you give it away in the heat race. I say you wait till the main event.
Oh, and you see James Stewart coming a little bit short there off that Dragon's back. We talked about that being a little bit difficult coming through that whoop section. It ascends, then you step off over that next little double bump, and James able to clear that whole section. Look how much space he put on Chad right there in that one corner area.
This section right here is a little different options. We'll be back with more of the 250 heat race number 1 when we return to Houston. Out in front of this 250 heat race number 1, but close behind the defending THQ AMA Supercross champion Chad Reed, number 22 on the Yamaha. And you see Bubba downshifting in the air over that triple. It's starting to get slippery. They head into that flat left-hand turn.
Getting by a lapper there and over that double. Both riders cleanly through it. Now back into the whoop section. The confidence these two riders bring to the whoops is amazing. If anything goes wrong, if their speeds there going through those whoops, it's going to... Oh, and there's a problem for James Stewart.
And he's going to be all over him. Reed with a good drive. Watch him go to the inside, but again, he does not make the pass. I have to think he's saying, all right, let me get your head. I do not want to get by you, because that just kind of gives Bubba more confidence if he's able to get by.
Well, right now, seemingly Chad forcing Mistakes from James, diving in inside, showing him the tire consistently on the inside. See if he can find a way.
Cameron, you know the motto. I was going to say, heat races don't win championships. It's the main event where you get those points, and Reed wanted this heat race so bad. He's going to have to clean off that Thor gear one more time this year, and unfortunately for him, he goes down, but he's still...
Oh, James Stewart is down!
And now Stewart goes down as well.
This is right after the Dragon's back, and Kevin Windham is going to go by right now.
I called it.
You did mention Kevin Windham, and look at James Stewart's motorcycle. Look how bent the bars look. The left side bent back. This is going to be a problem for James Stewart. Will he be able to get the bike started? Chad Reed has remounted and is now setting in second place.
Oh, and Reed's trying to adjust some stuff. It looks like he's reaching way down. Let's take a look. First, let's take a look at what happened to Reed.
Reed dives inside. We talked about the dirt loose on the top, and right there he tries to pull up, and wedges get stuck under the motorcycle. James looks back. He's like, oh, and here we go through the whoops. You can see it off the Dragon's back, and he yard sails off the top of the motorcycle, a bar hop, so to speak, jumps right over. Watch him clip, and he jumps over. A great save by James Stewart Jr., but he's got to get back on the motorcycle. We'll see how it ends up, but good news for Kevin Windham.
Kevin Windham, the leader, the man out of Mississippi, used to live just down the road in Louisiana. This is his home race. He wants to win here. Right now, he's leading this 250cc heat race number 1. Chad Reed in second. Timmy Berry now moves to third. Sebastian Tortelli in fourth. Travis Preston on the factory Honda back in fifth spot. Only 4 riders transfer, and it's safe to say that James Stewart is not going to be in the main event directly out of the heat race. He's going to have to ride a semi.
He definitely is, and here comes Kevin Windham. Heat race victory. This will give him some momentum.
No fear, Honda takes the win. You know he's got a big smile underneath his helmet. Stewart heads on out of here. He and J-Bone have some work, or J-Bone has some work to do. Chad Reed picks it up, still finishes second. But how about Kevin Windham? K-Dub did not back down. Let the riders make mistakes around him.
He did, and let's not forget, it's a short turnaround time to that semi. So James Stewart and Jeremy Allmark have to get back to that Kawasaki semi and work feverishly quick. They're going to have some work ahead of them.
250 heat race number 1 results. K-Dub, Kevin Windham takes the win. Chad Reed second. Sebastian Tortelli third. And Tim Ferry takes that fourth and final transfer into the main event. James Stewart and the rest of the boys going to have to ride the semifinal. Let's go down to Jamie Little.
Well, guys, Kevin Windham rode up here and he's like, I don't know what happened. Kevin, what did you see from your perspective? Wow, that was an amazing race.
Well, those guys broke away, and pretty much the only thing I saw was them both laying on the ground. They had already fell by the time I got to them, and that's the way racing goes. It's so exciting, and the competition right now has just got everybody riding over their heads and just going for it. So I'll take it any way I can get it.
Well, where do you fit into this? You know, there's 3 riders everybody's talking about that are just going to go for it. Where do you fit into this main?
I think that leaves me lurking somewhere in the dark, just like I was in that heat. You know, I just got to put myself in the position, try to ride the best I can, and you never know what happens in Supercross.